Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Hey guys, I thought I would just show you real quick the new addition to the Airgun Detective family. We just rescued her. She's 3 months old, and her name is Reika. Yes, after the vodka. Got to remember, Lucy likes her lemon drops, so that's where the name came. But I just thought I would introduce you to her. She is, oh my God, you guys cannot believe how sweet she is. But you will see her in the future in some intros, I have no doubt. All right, let's move on. And welcome to another episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host, JC, and today we take the mystery out of the Remington 1875 Single Action Army. Yep, it's a replica of the genuine 1875. But before we get started here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button down in the corner. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. Also, check out my website, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I got various t-shirts. I got hats. Got the Generation 2 bipods. I have the Gammo trigger screw kit. If you have a SAT or a CAT trigger in a Gammo brake barrel, or any CAT or SAT trigger in any of your Gammo models, my trigger screw kit will actually turn that trigger into a matte style trigger. It's amazing, the difference. Anyway, also check out the website. I try to put some inventory on there once in a while, so check that out. All right, let's get back to the subject on hand. This is the Remington 1875 replica. And this is put out, it's imported by Crosman. Crosman's the one that brings this in. What is this? It's a 12-gram CO2 pistol that comes with both BB and pellet shells. So if you guys are wondering where a little bit of history on the 1875, it was based on the 1858 black powdered pistol. And in 1875, they came up with a cartridge revolver. It was intended to compete with the Colt Peacemaker. And between 1875 and 1889, they manufactured about 30,000 of these, yes. And they were in 44, 44-40, and 45 caliber. So a little bit of history on that. And this is the replica of that gun. Again, shoots 12 grams CO2. The CO2 is contained right here in the bottom. It also comes, if you look in here, a little wrench. CO2 just drops in like this. You set up your little wrench, which you have right here. Very convenient. And drop that in here. CO2 drops in. You just crank this tight until you actually pierce it. The wrench goes in back into the cover, just like this. And then you snap the cover in, and you're good to go. Now your CO2 is in the gun. This does have a safety on it, a manual safe. It's right here on the bottom, but you never really see a safe in a revolver. But this is nice. You want to store it, you just flip that little safe on, and you're good. This does have a genuine dropout gate for your shells to be ejected out, and then this plunger actually works. This is a spring-loaded plunger, and this actually does push the shells out. So if you were to push that out, it'll pop out just like that. And this does, again, it has pellet shells, and then it comes with BB shells. So you get both. You get 6 BB and 6 pellet shells. And I don't think the diameter is a big difference on them. I put pellets in both or BBs back and forth. But anyway, it does come with designated shells for that, which is great. So again, 6 shots, single action only, very smooth, very smooth. This one has a nickel finish, and then it's got just some faux ivory grips on it. They're actually a plastic, but very solid, very solid. The gun itself weighs 2.3 pounds, and we've got a 6.5-inch barrel on it, which is nice. Again, it is a smooth bore. They claim with the BBs it'll shoot right around 400 feet per second. There is no adjustable sights on it. It's just a standard sights. I did put a little dab of red polish on that front sight. It makes a big difference when you're shooting the gun. It does. So pretty nice gun. I've had this one for several years, honestly, and just got around now to actually reviewing. I said, oh, I should review that gun. But this is the 1875. Yeah, this is kind of the competition with the Colt Peacemaker. So you've seen those out there. Retail, these run anywhere between about 125 and 150 bucks. But is it worth it? Let's go test it, and then we'll come back and talk about it. So stay tuned for the next segment. All right, we're going to test out our 1875 for velocity. But I'm going to do 2 chronos for you. First off, I'm going to do pellets. So we're going to do the match lights. These are a 7.87 grain, so about 7.9, so just think about it, just under an 8 grain pellet. So we'll shoot 5 shots over the Crony, then I'll go ahead and reload with BBs. We'll come back and we'll shoot 5 shots with BBs, just so you guys can see the difference. Now, full disclosure, a little on the chilly day for CO2. It's in the low 50s right now. So some of you I know don't think it's that cold, but for a CO2 gun, it actually is. So this is probably going to be your lower velocities as far as that goes. This could be a little higher velocity, obviously, in warmer weather, because you know CO2 depends on the ambient weather, temperature-wise. Anyway, let's go ahead and shoot our 5 shots with our pellets. All right, shot number 1. 371. Hesitating just a little bit. Let the CO2 warm up just a little bit. Shot number 2. I don't think that one read. All right, that's all right. 369. So third shot, but 2 over the, but 2 that read on the Crony. All right, one more. That didn't read either. We got an error on that one. All right, go another one. 312. 319. Should have one more. Let's see. Nope. Guess that was it. All right. Well, anyway, we got we got enough shots over the Crony to count on that one. All right. Let's come back and shoot BBs and see what our velocity is with that. All right. Let's go ahead and test our 1875 with some BBs. I'm going to use some of these Air Venturi BBs. They're really good. They're somewhere between 5.1 grain BB, but they're zinc. But nice finish on them. They actually shoot really well. We're going to do 5 shots. Again, a little cold, very low 50s right now. Not optimum CO2 weather, but let's see how we make out. All right, shot number 1. 405. Shot number 2. 379. Woo, that was a big drop. All right. Shot number, like I said, it's cold out here. 361. That's shot number 3. Yeah, it is really cold out here. Okay, shot number 4. 353, and one more shot. It's not cold to a lot of you guys out there. I don't even think it's that cold, but for CO2 pistols, it's cold weather. All right, last shot. 353 again. So you can see the velocity's up just a little bit on the BBs over the pellets. Like I said, we had a nice warm day. CO2 depends on that ambient temperature as far as the performance goes on it. All right, so you see how it did with the BBs compared to the pellets. Let's move on to the next segment. All right, we're going to test out our 1875 for some accuracy. But we're going to do actually 2 targets. We're going to start off, we're going to do BBs. We're going to use these Air Venturi BBs. They work really well. And we're going to be shooting at an 8-inch splatterburst target. I'm going to aim center. We're going to just see how well it groups. But we're going to do BBs first, and then we'll switch to pellets and do a target with pellets, because it is a smooth bore, but let's see if the pellets make any difference. You're probably going to check that out. Anyway, check out our distance. It's 10 meters, just, what is that, just under 12 yards, 11 something. Anyway, we'll go ahead and shoot 5 shots, and we'll just see how well it groups. All right? Okay. Shot number 1. Shot number 2. Shot number 3. Shot number 4. And one more, shot number 5. Yeah, that's a good group, especially with BBs. Yeah, I find this to be exceptionally accurate for a BB gun. And now we'll go ahead and shoot the pellets, and we'll show you how those will do. Now we're going to shoot the pellets. We're going to go ahead and use the Matchlight pellets. These are 7.87 grain. They do really well. This is not very pellet picky, believe it or not. And I'll shoot some different ones during the plinking session just to demonstrate. But these are the Matchlights, H&N, 7.87 grain. So let's do 5 shots with this and see if there's any improvement with the pellets over the BBs. All right, shot number 1. Ooh, I'll take that one every time. What is this, 4? And one more. 5. I think that's 5. Let's just make sure. Yep, that was 5. I think a little improvement with the pellets. I definitely would give the edge to the pellets on that one. That's for sure. But what's great is you can shoot either one you want, and it's really awesome. Nice trigger too, nice and smooth. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, let's do a quick trigger test on our 1875. Sweet triggers. So we got our trusty Lyman trigger gauge here. Let's reset that. All right, let's see how we do here. There you go. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. Yeah, these are great, smooth triggers. They really are. But makes it really enjoyable shooting that pistol. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Plinking with our 1875. We're going to shoot pellets in this, and we're just going to shoot some the Diablo basics. They're real inexpensive. I just want to show you guys that the fact this isn't pellet picky, and we can use some different stuff in this. But we're at a usual distance. Go ahead, check this out real quick. We're our usual, that's our target distance, is roughly 10 meters, just under 12 yards, right around there. Anyway, you can see what we've got up there target-wise. We've got a little pipe there, a shotgun shell, vitamin bottle, and some different aluminum cans there, soda cans. So we're going to take out that bottom row, then we're going to work our way on the top. Start the right to the left, and then go on the top. The reason I always like to take the bottom row out first is because too many times you hit something on that top row, it bounces around and takes our targets out in the bottom. We don't like that. All right. Besides that, it warms us up. A little bigger targets, then we'll work our way across. So let's do that. Let's start with the big cans. There we go. Piece of cake. Cans are nothing to it. Now it starts to get a little bit challenging. Okay, so we got the little pipe on the left side, and then we got to go for the shotgun shell. All right. Oh, knocked the shotgun shell over with that too. But it's on its side. We're going to see if we can hit it on its side. That's a tough target right there. Got it. And we still got one more where we can knock that bottle off the top. Hey, that's 6 for 6. What can I say, guys? No, this thing is really accurate. Even with a smooth bore, it's really accurate. And the pellet definitely has the edge on it. The BBs are not bad. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, what'd you guys think of our 1875, our Remington? I was pretty impressed. I gotta tell you, I was pretty impressed. The gun shoots really, really nice. Negatives, like anything else. My only negatives are, number one, why don't you just put a rifled barrel in it? It's okay, you can still shoot BBs out of a rifled barrel, but a rifle barrel would be nice. And packaging, these come in a clamshell. You guys know what I think of clamshells. I'd rather have a nice little box. But that's really my only negative. So let's just jump right into the positives. The positives on this. Even though it doesn't have a rifled barrel, it's still really accurate. You guys saw that. I mean, it has great accuracy for the pistol. I mean, we got 3/4 inch group with our pellets. And One thing about this one is I got really lucky because this shoots right at point of aim. I don't have to make any other adjustments. I mean, it just shoots. So for a smooth bore, this thing is quite the performer. Yes. We got good velocity, exactly what they covered. We did shoot in cold weather. And again, I'll remind you guys, you just don't quite get the velocity in the cooler weather. We need that warmer ambient temperature, summertime, springtime, to really enjoy the full potential of the CO2 pistols, that's for sure. You guys saw my shooting, especially in the plinking, what have you. I use different pellets on purpose. This is not pellet picky. It shoots really well with either pellets. And it doesn't shoot bad with BBs either. You guys saw that. We demonstrated that in the accuracy part. I just kind of lean towards the pellets a little bit. They're a little easier to load, in my opinion. I can leave the shells right in the gun and just rotate it and load each pellet, which is great. I like the fact that they gave you the little wrench in here. Open that up. The little wrench so you can adjust your CO2 so you're not ever wondering, hey, where's the wrench for this thing? So that's kind of nice. It's just a little bit of touch of class on this thing. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I decided I would throw this out there. If you guys are wondering, hold on, let me put this grip on. There we go. Okay, if you guys were wondering, the shells for this. These shells are not interchangeable with the Colt Peacemaker. They're a different diameter. They're slightly a different diameter, so they are not interchangeable. What these are interchangeable with are the Dan Wesson shells. These are the same shells that go in the Dan Wesson pistols, so just keep that in mind. If you wanted extra shells, if you ordered the Dan Wesson ones, they would work fine in here, so that works quite well. This pistol is just a lot of fun to shoot. It really is. And keep in mind, this is, the funny thing is the authentic one, the authentic 1875, it was competition for the Colt single action. And guess what? The CO2 is no different. This is the competition, the 1875, directly with the Colt CO2 Peacemaker. But great pistol. And I would say, without a doubt, this is equivalent. This is definitely equivalent. The finish on this is just fantastic. Other thing I love is the trigger. The trigger is just, it's nice and smooth and controllable. I just love that sound. And this thing is, oh yeah, you guys can hear that. Oh yeah, I just love that part. You can obviously decock it the whole bit. So it's very, very authentic. And again, I can't tell you, it's just a blast to shoot. It really is, literally. How would I rate this one? This is a 5-star all the way, especially at the price point, anywhere between 125 and 150 bucks. When you get a finish like this and just as smooth as it operates, they did a really, really good job on this one. Definitely did a good job on this one. So if you guys really like Western replicas, this is a must. You definitely have to add this one to your collection. It really is. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives. Don't forget, this is where we take the mystery out of the airgun. Until next time, I hope you and your families are doing great and you're getting a lot of shooting in. So take care, and God bless.